Yeah, if you want to get the mute skill book, I can use that. The wizard, I can.
Okay.
It's on Vomitia, which is in that bar near the keg with the spiders.
Did you find the
Those damn toll trolls are such a nuisance. I lose a fortune each time I travel to Hunter's Edge.
Second.
Did you find the what's it called? The inn? Not the inn, but
Oh yeah, I'm still inside looking at people and stuff in here.
okay.
Are you still talking to that one girl?
No.
You doing about a skill book or?
There's a little bomb thing upstairs. Where's the skill book? With the miner?
Downstairs, it's the top of the north bar corner where I'm at right now. Metia.
Quite a fine skeleton.
So she has scoundrel ones for your character.
Yes,
and for witchcraft, I can use the
sturdy thing. I bet it'll last 100 generations if treated properly.
I've already got Rapture. Oh wait. 5 novice, 2 adept. Is mutant novice or adept?
What do you mean, am I novice or adept?
No, is the mutant book novice or adept?
Mute is adept.
Okay. Hold off that one. Well, we can get it, but I can't learn it because I can only use 2. Alright, now I gotta destroy summon and rapture.
Well, you know, I can buy it and then you can use it later.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
That'll be good to silence any of those spell users.
Oh, because of the signal? Where you going? Where you going now? Why? Oh, okay. Oh, the trip trail. I'll be right back, James.
Okay, I want to check out Bonnie and Picky.
Hey, since I'm in the buy menu, just walk around and do some stuff and like explore,
Okay.
and I'll use your video.
No, don't
All right.
go! Please help me!
I'll be right back.
That thing is keeping me trapped here! It's crazy!
Princess keep her traps shut or picky boom! No fox, shoot off!
Gods, the fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, lousy princess! Leave fuse alone or boom!
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! You saved my life! It was that cur of a Frederick that did this to me. He locked me in here with that ridiculous... Dear me, I need to get out of this room. Yes, I'll go downstairs to catch a breath of fresh air, but do come...
Oh, I was really hoping to find something better.
Alright, I'm back. I just had to say goodbye to her.
Yeah, I went upstairs and I had that bomb guy.
Yeah, how'd you take care of him? Did you douse him with water or freeze him?
I teleported him into the far end of the hallway, so he blew up and he landed.
Oh, cool. So you wanted the mute,
Yeah,
and what else?
I think that was it for now, because, but check your scoundrel scrolls for her, because I think there's a, she just got the scoundrel one, so I think there's a scoundrel thing she can use.
Okay.
Oh, my hero! My heart is still racing. That little Mons Bonnie's my name, and I am, or rather I was, a lover for hire. Folks would come to me when they were in need of some company, conversation. Yes? Search me. He's a regular of mine, with rather eccentric tastes. Anyway, he recently spent the night again, and I couldn't sleep. In the morning, I told him he had gone on and on about some Maradino character and a supposedly secret treasure lair somewhere in the woods.
Treasure.
Next thing I knew, he flew into a... I was just about to let him know I won't stand for such language when he pulled that monster of a bicky out of his satchel and told the little gnome to guard the princess. Nothing much, I'm afraid, but go ahead. I'll answer what I can. I used to, you know. Merchants came and went. They paid well and gave me gifts. Fewer and fewer of them travel here now because of the undead around. I haven't been immaculate for a long time now, darling. And if I see what passes for immaculate here in town, I don't want to join the club.
So yes, the guy who was talking him to sleep, she told him about it the next day, so about some treasure in the woods, so he locked him up with the bomb thing. So if you meet him, there'll be some treasure.
Cool.
Come hither, sweetheart.
Now there was a... Let me check this guy out here in the courtyard.
Goddess greetings, friend. Her greatness gave us fire, her greatness gave us earth, and my savvy
there's
brings
a,
you spells at the best rate in town.
Asset, he's got
Come,
a...
give me your best offer.
Tectonic Sprace skill book geomancer. But that's adept, I can't use it yet.
$4,100. Okay, you're just outside?
Yeah, let's just look at the merchants. If you look at the one guy, he's got some armor for maybe you can check. The Hiver. You're sitting at the table below
This is most excellent news.
the Metia.
Welcome to the
He's got some
Immaculate
skill
Vault.
books for Master at Arms.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer to all my prayers.
from the mines.
No news, sir. Goblins will slice us to ribbons if we approach the bridge.
Unacceptable. I want those goblins out of my mine by yesterday. Send another man. As many as it takes.
We haven't enough men among us to take on even a few
Go
of them,
help
sir.
goblins.
Are you
Caves.
deaf? I said I want those goblins out. Make it happen, even if you have to spear Drexis yourself.
Source hunter, are you? What brings you to this neck of the woods? Don't be surprised if you hear more than a few unkind words about you. I'm finished with this one pony rodeo, though. I did my best by these roughnecks. I knew a source hunter'd perk up at the sound of a challenge. Between you and me, the Troll King's sitting on a piece of treasure of more value than even he knows. A metal called tenebrium that can fit. The devil's in the details, though, and I haven't managed to find a way to access the King's cave. But you're a source hunter. You can sniff out any point of mystery. So let's make
This
a deal.
slider's so annoying. I wish you could type
I
it.
wouldn't wish the wrath on me worst enemy, though. So let me give you a little something to contain the tenebrium bars. It's lined with the fragments of a special stone that keeps rats' ill effects at bay. Apart from Gungir's stature and incurable case of the uglies, the nutty oaf sits on a river of silver beneath these mines, but leases it to the mining company for a fraction of its worth in gold. I can't be certain myself where his cave is located, but at least one of those oaf lackeys of his must know where to look. I'm no man to refuse a source hunter. Ask that circus rolled into town shortly after the tenebrium was discovered. Some freak woman with a freak gemstone, a strange sort of substance, discovered here around 2 years ago, and folks have been clamouring to get their... What? Oh, you're a curious sort of fella, aren't you? Ask around.
A source hunter.
Where are you now?
Each I am at your disposal. I am Lawrence,
Okay.
the representative. Oh, I am no one special. My only cause for complaint, Your Grace, are these awful goblins. Then you must forgive me if I become somewhat overcome when discussing it, my liege. I invited a tribe of goblins to assist us in clearing the tenebrium from our mine. When the job was done, though, he and his band of totem-brained fiends refused to vacate. These goblins followed Drexis like lemmings, Your Grace. And if only I could undo the
like you made
traitor,
some
they'd
deal
slither
with
back to the swamp they crawled
goblins,
from.
but something happened.
Drexis's head on my mantle would
guessing
save countless
he's lying,
miners
but
from a
we'll see.
slow starvation.
Yeah,
Indeed.
absolutely.
What's one goblin? Please, Your Grace, I am complete. Those brutes. I invited them here to say they haven't allowed a single human miner past them in months. And meanwhile, useless stuff, my liege. Worse than common dirt. Yes, a dreadful business, that. Huh? You see, my liege, when a miner has been overlong exposed to tenebrium, had we known then what we've since discovered, we never would have continued, my liege. You ought not to concern yourself with the fraud. Some insane huckster calling herself the conduit of the goddess, when by magic, or fortunately for her, enough to know the whole institution has been a blight on product.
I guess there's some cult here that has the goddess of the conduit.
Over here, Hunter. It's me, Aru.
Source Hunter, you've made it into the hamlet of Silverglen, I see. unnerving spot. They're thick as trout, if you ask me. I haven't seen Leandra here myself, but she must have put on quite a show of magical mastery to enthrall a crowd of shaggy miners. Haven't you heard them whisper of the blood? How their eyes shine when they discuss certain stellar... Now, I can see how it could be a fantastic thing to nurse a dying human back to health, if all it takes is to... They all act like they're following a benign goddess that will lead them to... I've been shadowing the local priest, a man by the name of Loik. I have the feeling he knows Mangoth, Hyberheim. Of strange things I've heard him, but we must start at the beginning, Source Hunter. The White Witch is still at large. If we want to get the advantage of being a puss, my friend, is that what? Not that I'm not extra wary of the Immaculate's presence here is highly disconcerting. But